Shit. Shit. Feel it. Feel it. Peace. Fuck bitches. Fucking. It takes a lot. Bitches. Fucker. Motherfucker. Please. The house.
Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy.
Oh my God. In the nick of time. What it do? It's the Dr. Greenthumb Show live on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, Kick, X, and the home site, www.brealtv. What it be like, y'all? We got a very special guest in the house today, a legend, if you will, master bar spitter, master performer, entertainer, and teacher, Medusa in the building.
Medusa.
Yeah.
Take you with me on introductions.
Come
man.
on. I'll bring you on.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Bring it.
To my right, we got Mr. Goodlight, DJ C minus.
What up, everyone? So glad you're here, Medusa.
Me too. Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Steve. We've been talking about it too. I love that.
Absolutely.
Glad we finally made it happen, you know.
Hey.
And we have the legendary Psycho Les in the building.
Salute, cheers, everybody. Cheers, Thursday.
That's
Yeah.
right. We have the legendary Treehouse crew, Bolton Blambo, Bra Bra, and the Dominator.
Yo, what up? We're doing good.
Yeah, right on. It's very legendary work. We have Mr. Milligrams himself, Ezo.
I was supposed to do I planned it with Dom. He was like, hey, man, you want to try a whole bag of because the whole bag was supposed to be 1,000, right?
Right.
Yeah, and
Wait, the whole bag was supposed to be 1,000 what?
of the gummies, he was giving
Oh,
everybody
1,000 milligrams.
Yeah, the whole bag. And I was just like, well, I was like, why don't you just, can you give me the whole bag? I'm like, pretty sure I can handle the whole bag. He's like, well, you down to try it before the show? But I'm like, I wasn't going to do it today because obviously we have a guest.
You don't want to fall asleep in front of the gas.
Because it's not even just falling asleep because it could go either one or two ways. Either you fall asleep or you start your mind starts working and then you just want to just do stupid shit.
You know, people get scared when they do that kind of milligrams for the first time, and they're not realizing that they're just having a panic attack. If you just ease up, drink some water, go to sleep,
Yeah.
it'll be done in the morning or later on, but you'll still be high as fuck, but without the panic.
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
that's what happens.
That's what
the
happened to
good
my
thing.
mom.
Yo, Ezone, that's the good thing about rocking the shades. You know, it
never
works
know.
sometimes. You know, people sometimes talking to me. I could take a little nap while they talking and shit. Like, yeah.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
Recharge.
I'm going to remember that next time.
people like you.
Wow.
But there's a lot. You know, sometimes they just talking some crazy shit, and I'm like,
You know, I seen Les when I walked in here today, and I seen him without his shades, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Hey,
Yeah, bro. Like,
I look sexier,
Well,
but you
I
know,
just never seen it. It was very rare. I'm
Hey.
like, yo, this motherfucker always wearing shades, and I was like, you and B real
Always.
bro.
well, you know,
Especially.
Nah, but with this rain, I was like, I ain't fucking up my shades in the rain and all that shit. So you know.
you know, when you're looking at Les and he's got a blank stare and you're talking to him, no, he's probably out for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to know that.
I'm always
But you
present.
won't know that
I'm
'cause
way-
you won't see it.
I look like if the dimple doesn't flash, he's asleep. That's going to be my telltale sign.
Yeah, for you know, for me, I'm always present, no matter how high I might be. The glasses are not a thing that I could just fall asleep behind.
So you pay attention.
I pay
Very
attention. I don't want to sometimes though. Sometimes I'm so high, I'm like,
Ooh.
I don't want to have this conversation right now. Let's leave the shit for later. But people will press you. You know what I mean?
They
and if it's
will.
and if it's important and they feel it's that important, they're gonna press you harder. So
Oh, my God.
I just sort of have to power through it, if you will.
It's the in the club
Oh,
pressure.
that's the worst.
Like it's loud. Everyone's talking, and you're right here in my ear.
That's the worst.
Trying to spit a bar.
Oh,
So now you're spitting on me.
Yes.
I'm high as fuck, and I don't need this in my life right now. What is happening?
That
You're
part.
beating.
Oh
Yo,
my God.
yo.
Clint,
that hurts.
That happened to me in New York. This dude was just yelling in my ear. Yo, he's spitting in my ear. I had to tell him at one point, like, yo, my kneesy, you gonna get me an
You
ear
good,
infection
yeah.
in here. I could feel your spit in there.
Hey,
like,
listen,
yo.
for all you upcoming rappers, right, who run into one of your favorite rappers or someone you revere a lot, right? The last thing that you should do is approach any one of them in a club when there's loud music blaring already, that they could barely hear you talking, that you want to spit bars that are not going on top of the beat.
Oh my God.
Because when you do that, we are not listening to you. We're just waiting for you to be done.
And
Right?
we might avoid you at all costs after that.
After that, we might, yes. After that, we may see you and go the other way.
For real.
Realistically, that is not the way. In a club with music blaring and you're not rocking to the beat that's blaring, don't do it.
I've seen
It's-
people go the other way.
You do a disservice to yourself by that, because guess what? None of us really want to hear it. Unless we're really drunk.
Not even.
Not even then, bro.
Well, I'm just
Sorry.
saying, some people might be open because they're drunk and silly at the. Yeah, go ahead, bust it. But
Nope.
most of the time, I'm very get the fuck away from me if I'm too drunk. Like, I don't. If you even step too close to me, I might get triggered. But so to have someone spitting in my ear like that, it's one of the biggest pet peeves in life. I could totally relate to that,
God.
Medusa, because I've had that. Not necessarily at clubs. I've when we used to hang out on the Rainbow at the Rainbow Bar and Grill on a Saturday night, which is it's the livest night to go, but it's the worst night to go if you don't want to be bothered with the fuck shit. And every now and then, some dude who thought he could rap or some chick who thought she could rap would get drunk and get the alcohol courage
That
up
part.
and come and try to spit some shit. And I'm like, why? Yeah, no, don't do it in those settings. Put your demo together first. Get that ready. Maybe
Come on.
allow us to listen to that. And then if we find something in that, hey, I need to hear you spit right now in front.
That part.
You know?
Right.
there.
Come say hello, handshake, and keep it moving, man.
Kid,
Don't
yeah, little dab. I even give you a hug, the whole thing. But
Hell
in
yeah.
that hug, don't try to spit in my ear
No.
within the hug. Hey, Medusa, I got you. Look.
Yeah.
No.
And
It's all intimate. It's nah.
No.
now, I want to give you flowers Medusa, because we've known each other for years, and I've watched you just completely kill it at every point in the game that I've been able to see you get down. And the fact is that you've progressed and kept the sword sharp, but also now make efforts to teach others the ways of our culture in hip hop, and not skipping steps and cutting corners. And like you said something to me off air that I thought was awesome, that they don't even get into the studio before you could see certain elements that they're ready for, like that whole shyness on the mic where you don't know how you like. It's a trip because singers have this too. They could sing without the mic, and they could like angelical type shit, but then you get them on the mic and they don't hear themselves the same way, and they cannot get that.
Oh my God.
And it's
I've
a whole lot of
experienced
time
that.
wasted.
Yes. That's why I just won't have it. And then, we don't have artist development in the same way.
Nope.
So we have to meet their desires halfway.
Right.
And I'm like, if your thrill is to get in this studio and rock this mic, let me work on your voice first. Let me work on your delivery. Let me work on your projection.
Polish you up.
Yeah, get
Important.
comfortable hearing your voice, like
Yeah.
you said. You know what I mean? Because when you hit that mic, you're gonna find that sweet spot so quick.
Yeah.
But if you don't have it without the mic, like even on a stage, don't put the mic down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go halfway in this theater, and I want you to rhyme or sing to me, and I want to be able to hear it from there.
Right. Projection.
Projection.
We were talking about KRS-One for a short time, like on taking notes on the teacher, right?
Right.
I remember, and I've said this story here. He was performing at this place called The Reed way back in 89, 90 or something like that. Wow, way back is now 90. How fucked up is that? Anyway,
the
yeah,
1900s.
the 1900s, 1990 it was, at this spot called The Reed. It was a downtown little shithole club on San Pedro and something, and they were doing a hip hop show there with KRS-One, and the sound system was not ready for him. They didn't even know what the fuck they were doing. He had to get on a table. There wasn't even a stage. He jumped up on a table, and there was no beat because the turntables, like these guys were total amateurs with this performance thing. Rocking a club and having a DJ rock that, they had that, but having a performance they didn't have. And KRS-One threw caution to the wind. He jumped on a table with no mic, or maybe he did have a mic, but with no music in the background. He just kept spitting the lyrics to the songs, and motherfuckers was spitting with him, but he was projecting.
Come on.
Unafraid, not timid,
Come on.
not worried about the beat wasn't backing him up. He was delivering.
See, because when you're delivering, you become an instrument. You become the beat.
Yes.
So you can hear the rhythm in someone's spit.
Yeah.
Unless you just completely off, then you're not connecting.
And that's important you say that, because without the beat, those of us that knew the songs of KRS-One, you could hear that he was totally in cadence.
See,
he wasn't doing anything off cadence or out, like it was almost like he could hear the beat without in his head.
That is a master.
Yeah.
Master of ceremony. Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
And he is truly one of them.
You teach, like
crowd controller.
Mm-hmm.
You teach other people, like he was talking about. He's like, you're a teacher, so you teach like if somebody's like an upcoming artist, they could just be like, hey, you can teach me the ropes type of stuff.
Definite.
Like you're an actual teacher. They can hire you for this service.
I'll tell them the history of some of hip hop. I'll tell them the art of delivering, writers' workshops, the spectrum of seeing yourself as a musician. You know what I mean? You have a pocket all your own. What is that? Naturally, on your own. I'll find that within a person. I'll teach them, how to count bars. If I say 16 bars, if somebody sends you a beat and say, I want 16 bars on it, and you don't know how to count bars, oh my God. I've seen youngsters deliver 32 bars thinking it was 16 bars. I was like,
God.
Oh, wow.
And, and some of them don't know the difference between halftime and real time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so they'll have like one of those beats that are like, 140 BPMs, which is actually,
70.
70, right?
Yeah.
But it depends on the way that beat's programmed on how you're gonna rap it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so 8 bars on a halftime beat ain't necessarily 8 bars. It's more like 4 bars.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And they don't know the difference in that.
That part.
And but here's why I love what you're doing. One, because you're a master, and I've always loved you
Thank
to begin with. But
Love you for that.
the fact is that our generation had to learn hands-on by going to these shows and watching others do it
Yes.
and taking mental notes on what they did right and what they did wrong.
Right.
And like figuring out, okay, where do I fit in here? We had to learn that shit as we are going, right? There was no school for this. There was no teachers that were going to teach us this and be 1,000 with us like the way you're doing it to actually the closest that you got to that was if you went to one of those performance art schools, but they didn't have hip hop on their curriculum.
Not even.
So there was no training for this. So the fact that people like yourself that are on the highest level of this shit are actually doing training courses for some of these cats and these young women and men that actually want to do this like the right way.
And that's when it shows improve.
Yeah, it's like
how long are you going to last in this program? That'll let me know how much passion you have for this.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's you probably know who's gonna fall off and who's gonna stay on early,
Definite.
right?
Every time.
When the work's too hard for some of these motherfuckers, they're out.
Come on. Or if it doesn't lean towards what they desire it to be, and it's like, this is a collective. Everyone wants to learn.
Yeah, listen, you can't go to a martial arts school and question the sensei.
Thank you. Well put.
Know what I mean?
Well put. Come on.
You're a
Come on,
sensei
Hi.
of
Come
this shit. You know what I'm saying? You're a sensei, sifu, master.
you.
This is since you said that you had to learn from like going to concerts. Then how'd you learn how to count bars?
Well, when I got into the studio for this first time, someone who gave a fuck taught me how to count them.
Like a producer?
Yeah. Muggs didn't teach me how to count bars.
But he knew.
But he knew, yeah.
That's fucked up, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like,
But but see, that's the thing. That was his way of challenging me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and making sure that I knew.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, find out.
and how long did it take you to actually? Because I imagine you
It
knew
was
how to
easy.
rhyme, but I mean, how long did it take you for you to actually know? Like, oh, let me count.
It was easy. Like, the first day they fucking showed me, I totally got it. And I taught Pedro how to count bars last week. He's a photographer
Wow.
and video
Yeah.
guy
That's
I
dope.
mean,
and editor.
he's doing-
But I taught him this so that if he ever went into directing videos, because a lot of videographers don't count bars, so they don't know where the shots
Wait, ooh.
could go in that
Wow.
thing. But if you knew how to count bars as a videographer, you'd be able
You
to get
ahead of the game.
you way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So if you could teach a videographer how to count bars, you should be able to teach a so-called artist how to count bars.
Yep.
And I learned fast, because again, I didn't. My first times in the studio, I knew how to write raps, but I didn't know how to write songs
Right.
and how the structure of a song that might be played on the radio, how long it should be.
That part.
Right?
Yeah.
Before, most of the raps we would hear way back in the day were like 20 some odd fucking bars. But as you see, it starts getting structure towards the 90s where people are trying to do like 3.5 minute songs and doing it like artists of old where need shorter verses, catchy hooks,
Catchy hooks. Yep.
faster songs.
Yep.
Can't be having this long-winded shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, we 50 bars deep.
Why is this bar 30? Why is this 32 bars?
That part.
It's because we didn't know how to count them, and the people we were working with didn't bother to tell us. They're just, well, this is rap. Maybe it's supposed to be long.
Like, no, it applies to all music.
Yeah.
I first heard the term in the studio. My auntie was with this group called The Undisputed Truth. They wrote,
Yeah, they're legendary.
Okay, so they were in the studio, and this guitar player, Wawa Watson, comes in. And he set up, he got all this gear with him, and he said, how much space I got? Oh, man, you working with about 30 bars, 32. And that was the first time I had heard that.
Yeah.
And I was like, space I'm working with? I thought he meant, where's my room? Where can I set this up?
Yeah.
And then it went to space, and I was like, oh, space in the music. And then it started 32 bars.
Like,
What
Think
does
about that. That's
mean?
lingo we all had to learn, all of us right here, hands on.
That
Yeah.
part. Yep.
There was no school for us. Like if you were a musician and you were like a trained musician, yes, you knew all
That's
that shit
different.
because they trained you for this.
Yeah.
But in hip hop, there was no training courses. Everybody was all hands on deck, doing what they could do.
And once you got it,
Once
you didn't want the embarrassment of not locking it in.
Yeah.
So you like spent some time like 1, 2, 3, bar.
I mean,
22, 21 bars. You like, I got that. I got
yeah, you had to
know?
memorize that. Think
On
about that.
point.
Yeah.
like I was gonna say, just the word bars, it comes from studios and production and music. That's where it comes from. That's where I learned it.
Yeah.
Engineers talking about it and making beats, and you start learning how to count bars. And,
Yeah.
For all you musicians out there, a bar is the same thing as a measure.
Yeah, it's a count of
so
4.
four,
It's-
so 4.
It's the way to count the beat.
4.
Got a
Yeah,
1,
4.
2, 3, 4,
One.
1.
2.
That's now
Yeah.
2 bars,
1.
3 bars.
If you had a beat,
Every 4 is a bar.
Yeah.
yes,
Look,
Yep.
we teaching right
We're
now.
teaching
You better
right teaching
And
right now.
When you learn about bars and learning like the math that's involved in it, because when you start learning bars and then you start listening to like jazz music,
Come on.
you really get to understand how intricate some of this timing is.
Yes.
And you'll hear like, oh yeah, 11/8 or 5/4s, and just like you're like, what do you mean? Like like 7/8 and stuff like you start hearing like, yo, like
Oh,
Well,
and then
they-
you start doing the counts, you're like, oh, this
Oh, he
You
did
know,
They,
seven,
they,
eight.
they, they were flipping the scale all over the place, though.
oh man.
It's much like symphonic music. They don't stick to one particular timing. So you could be counting it in the 4s on one piece, and then it switches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the timing switches. So music is math, and it could go any fucking where. It's just that a lot of the stuff that you've heard from, let's just say the 70s all the way up to now, is very formulated
Mhm.
in how radio wants to hear the song, right? No matter who's making it.
Right.
They want short verses, catchy choruses, and songs that aren't too long because the attention span of people are very short. And if it's too long-winded, they flip the channel.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Come
saying? So so all of us that were outside of the music community coming to do this new shit called hip hop, we had to learn that
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and kind of conform the art to that style of writing.
It did. Because
Yeah.
I mean, we were sampling from jazz greats and funk
Yeah,
and R&B.
from everything.
Those are all different measures that of
Yeah.
playing playgrounds that we messed with all of it.
Hip hop
So
is
I think we're the most profound.
hip hop is the Bruce Lee of musical genres, right? Bruce Lee said you shouldn't have any one style. You should flow within,
Water.
flow like water, like be adaptable.
Yes.
And that's what hip hop is, right? Because you
Yeah.
could make hip hop from anything, from country music to symphonic music to rock music to punk to R&B, soul, jazz, all the things, reggae.
Come on.
It's the one genre that lends itself to anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
So we swimming.
Yeah,
Just to let you know.
yeah. That's the one that's one of the many things I love about hip hop music, though.
Yeah.
The possibilities, because you could just go anywhere with it.
But also like I learned from an artist like James Brown.
Yeah.
He didn't play by the rules. He wasn't like, give me a 16, give me like nah. We want to do a breakdown right here on the fucking 13 or whatever, on the 12 or on the whatever. Yeah, it'll break down. Bam, 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 then boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's like
That's real funk.
No,
And
so,
that was the
don't-
man who taught us we were all rhythms.
like
We were
like
all-
you don't gotta
Yeah.
follow the rules, just know the rules.
Yeah.
Right.
You could do whatever you want. I remember they used to tell us the same shit. You gotta put a hook here. It's like, fuck that. Let's just rap all of us and put a hook at the end or some shit, or not even a hook.
I'm gonna do what
no
I
hook.
feel
Yeah.
right when this comes.
You don't got to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bridge.
That's
Whatever you wanna call
that's
it.
hip hop. We just did it. Our
what
way,
I'm
you know?
feeling right now.
And
Yeah.
the way James Brown wrote his songs too, the way he came, he would hum bass lines to the bass player, and then
That's me.
and then the drum player, like, hey, I want to hear, boom,
Yeah.
Break,
like,
break into a little drum right here.
Hey, a lot of greats did that couldn't actually play instruments themselves, but they heard the shit in their head and were able to articulate it to
Yeah.
their master ass musicians that they had with them. I mean, Michael
Absolutely.
Jackson was the same. He couldn't play bass, but he could
But-
tell Tito or whoever, or not Tito, was Jermaine or somebody else.
yeah, Jermaine.
Hey, this is what I hear,
Yeah.
and they'd be able to play that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Respect.
sometimes it's what you hear in your head. Just because you're not a musician, it doesn't mean you can't articulate it. If you get a capable musician, you can
Exactly.
totally tell them, "Hey, this is what I hear," and they'll get there.
Exactly.
And that's
how I
music.
work with my musicians.
Yeah.
I don't write music. I can't put this in a sheet for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can definitely articulate. I can spit this for you. I can hum it. I can sing it. I can yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna communicate.
Yeah, we could figure out how to
Hook or
get
crook.
there, and then you could have after it's all put together, you could have somebody write the fucking charts for it. Be
Come
like,
on.
this is what it is.
Or
yeah.
put them in
remember-
Google. I think you
Yeah.
can actually have them printed out.
Yeah,
Yo, I remember seeing this video the other day. Teddy Riley saying how Michael Jackson described the beat that he wanted to him. He was like, he just went "Bah, chop, chop, ba-da, chop, chop, chop," and so he just like beatboxed it out basically.
Yeah.
See?
And guess what? Teddy got on.
Teddy
this
got
shit
on it.
and did it. Boom, bang, bang, ba-da, all that shit he wanted.
when
And that's how they made their record.
when two geniuses get together, it's magic.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
You got it here. You
Got
got
it.
put it out there.
That part.
Yeah,
And it's the same with when MCs receive tracks. You gotta feel it or you don't. It either
Yeah.
inspires something, sparks something for your instrument to turn on, or it doesn't. Don't
Can't
feel
force
some
it.
type of way. I can't force it.
Was there ever a beat that someone gave you that you didn't feel it in the beginning, and then when you heard it later, you were like, "Fuck, I should have got on that."
No.
That's dope.
The way I feel about a beat is the way I stay feeling about it.
Yeah.
I don't care who jumps on it. It's me. It's how I feel in my soul.
No, what I'm saying is like when it came to you, you passed on it,
Mhm.
and then you heard it somewhere
Heard it
else and was
somewhere
like, "Oh shit." No,
Mm.
what you picked is what you picked.
what I
and
picked.
Yeah, hey,
There you go.
I feel that
That part.
because that could happen too.
Yeah.
That like you come to this, like it's happened to me where I got this beat before this artist and was like, I can't come up to anything
See.
with it. And then I heard what they came up with, and I was like, "Fuck!"
But you didn't feel it. It has
But,
to be
yes.
something that
Yes.
agitates
It-
your maker. you
As
know?
dope as it was, and it was a dope beat, but there was just something about it that I could not get sparked to, and it's very much that. I feel like the music has to talk to you in some sort of way,
Yes.
no matter how dope it is. And if it's not talking to you, then you should give it to somebody else
Come
because
on.
you're just gonna waste time going through the motions with it, as opposed to like making it magic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Every beat can be for you.
Right. That's
Yeah.
absolutely 1000% true.
And I
Anybody could like rock on a beat, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's for them.
right. That right there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just should decline if you can't hang. If that's not you, it didn't really hit you,
Keep
leave
it
it
moving.
alone. Just
Yeah.
leave
Not
it
your
be.
best work.
It's exactly. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Because I have jumped on some things in the past where I was like, I didn't even like that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did it because I need these twos and fews. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
getting paid for the data. But when I look back on it, I was like,
Yeah.
that ain't it.
Yeah, that's why it's important to like feel the shit and like, let the music talk to you. And if it's saying, not today, you know what I mean? They're like, okay,
Come on.
you got it. I'll see you next week. I've had a couple times like that. It was more along the lines that I flipped to a specific beat and then it got changed. This was before I had the ability to detach from the song the minute I lay it down,
Mhm.
right? So that the producer could freely do whatever the fuck they want to the
Right.
beat. without me falling in love with the first version of it.
I like that.
Because I feel like that, depending on the producer, because some producers will flip the beat like a dozen times before, they come up with the one that they feel is the best representation. And, some of us as rappers, we get all fucking, full of love with the first draft. And when we hear,
I've been guilty of that for sure.
yeah, we all have, and we fall in love with that. And then we come back to the studio and the beat is completely different. And we're used to this over here. But because we're used to it being over here, we're not hearing the potential of the new shit.
Yes.
And we might block the blessing, as my wife likes to call it. We might block the blessing by, being stuck on this over here so much. So, like, I learned early on with Muggs, like, after the song's done, I'm disconnecting, and whenever you're done with it, that's when I'm hearing it.
That part.
You know what I mean? So that I don't.
That's the difference between a beat maker and a producer. If you're the producer, you got to have your moment to work your magic.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't keep stepping on what you're doing until it's done.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that because people always have a different outlook than you're going to have.
Yeah.
On this piece. And if it's a concerto, then every piece of music and that musician is going to have to add their flavor to make it a reflection for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody's got to see themselves in it from every aspect.
Right.
So, yeah, let them produce.
Yeah, I mean, I did a project with Psycho Lizzy here, and in terms of the production, man, I didn't say nothing about it. I was just loving everything that he was giving me, and was getting sparked from it. And then I'd be away from it for a time, and a couple songs came back different. But I didn't feel like, oh, why did you change it? I was like, oh shit, that's.
But I didn't go too much off.
No, you didn't go too much off it. And my point is that like that there was a couple songs you changed, and I was like, oh shit.
See,
he took it to a whole other level.
See,
and
that's production. I'm
yeah,
messing with B-Way right now, and that's where he's at. Like I can just lay my vocals and feel comfortable.
Oh yeah,
it's not a lot.
I trust one of the fucking legendary hip hop producers of our fucking time to like flip the beat if he fucking thought it was necessary. Hell yeah.
I mean, you gotta think of it from my point. Like, I'm trying to make the best record, so and my shit gotta sound ill. B gotta sound ill. Everything has to sound ill.
That's why you have to trust the producers that are reputable, right? That have value on their shit, right? The new guys, it's harder to trust because you just never know, right? But with guys like Leezy and Premier and Muggs, RZA and Pete Rock and guys like that, we know that we know what they're known for.
Capable,
so you have to be able to trust that instead of question.
True.
Right. And so it's like that. Now, if it's a newer producer, I might suggest some shit, but I'll try and trust them until I can't.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Or that might be a fly producer, but not the greatest engineer.
That
part. Let them have that.
And vice versa.
You need a good engineer.
The producer has to trust the MC too, because he might not understand. You gotta just go with the flow. Like a lot of joints, B just sent me some crazy shit. I was like, yo, nah, I gotta change my style now. I gotta make, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But just to make the right record, you gotta do that.
I made it harder on both of us, dog. I try to flip too complicated of a fucking style and cadence. And it's like, fuck, we got to do this again, because
that's the fly time.
It is the fly time, because it's one of those things where it's like putting it together, and when you hear how the flex goes, you're like, yeah, but it's the putting it together, you know what I'm saying, and then making sure it's right,
fitting the pieces. A little nudge of this, a little splash.
Yeah, but
I feel you.
But flexing the complicated styles, it's not as easy as flexing these simple styles that some of y'all hear.
And it all depends on what type of music you were raised with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like JB's, that gets a little more complex than a Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we have that knowledge through our parents, and then we got the Afro-Cuban rhythm,
That's
and we
right.
got, you know what I mean, funk, and then you got,
Yeah.
so I think we all come from that, so we have the patience for that stitch to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we have the patience for the monotony of and the repetitive nature of having to go through it
Yeah.
until we get it right.
Yep,
You know,
absolutely.
but the meticulous nature of putting these crazy ass bars together.
And it really is.
it
It's
is.
not just like, okay, I'm done. I got 12 bars. Yeah, but are they bars?
Yeah, are they
Are
really?
they?
Can you stand on
What
those?
you talking about?
Because you got to be able to stand on those bars.
See,
Yeah, that part.
come on. Be your bars.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Some of these so-called bars today are buzz.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they got the hype guys behind them saying, "Ooh, bars,
Bars. Yeah.
Now
It's
we
it,
can't talk them down.
Such a misused term now, bars.
yeah. It's crazy to think what some folks consider bars these days, and then that's because they've been pretty much slammed in the head from all these fucking whack ass radio stations putting these mediocre ass songs out and saying this is the best right now that we got to offer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
that is
When
wait
you
a
could
minute.
go to any one of these hip hop playlists and find shit that's 10 times better than what they're rotating
Come
on
on.
terrestrial radio, right?
I could dig in my crate at home, right, and be like, no, this right here is what you need to be playing. And even if we know that there's no rules to the game anymore, so you can play me the joint and then play me the actual joint it got sampled from. I dig that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let's really go if you gonna dig, but don't act like Lauryn Hill was the first one to sing "Killing Me Softly."
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? I need people to dig a little, just
Dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
And
that's what
it's
hip hop
crazy.
is.
It's crazy that people don't know that it's a Roberta Flack joint.
Right. I'm
That
like,
they think
what?
she was the one. I mean, she reboosted that catalog for
definitely.
Roberta Flack, but
For sure.
I mean, even some of the other songs like the Ready or Not shit.
Come on.
What's that? Delphonics or Temprees or somebody?
I hear the original in my head.
Yeah,
Delphonics.
I heard it in my head, too.
Come. You can't hide.
That is
But you know the you gotta always remember the young generation. They're learning, man. They're learning.
They are.
they
They
catching up.
learning.
And-
You know they might get it twisted and say they said crazy shit to me like before. Like
Like
I
what?
just let it go. Like they're learning. They're
Yeah.
learning.
Hey, but you're right though, because some are learning.
Yeah.
Some are
Some
going-
that want to learn.
Yeah, some of them want to learn. Some of them are going to classes like yours and the Beat Junkies School for DJs and shit, and going on to these 90s driven hip hop playlists to hear the layers, to
Yeah.
hear the dynamics that they don't have in their artists today.
This is true.
You know what I mean? And that's cool because they're learning about all our shit and then like learning the words and coming to the shows that, hey, they're coming to town. Let's go check that out because I've been hearing about them forever. And they become a fan with that, but also they're now students because they've studied you and they studied you so much. Let me go see what this is about. And that will turn them on to other shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
'Cause I believe in the 8 to 80 crowd. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if I can get them 8 to 80, they're gonna share with each other.
Yeah.
Regardless.
It's crazy how you could get people to flip just off of one experience if you give them the right one.
Come on.
Right? So there's a homie that we used to hang out with back in the day. His name was Big Worm. He was a older dude than us, old Southern gentleman, white guy. Used to be a biker, hung out with the WWF wrestlers before it became WWE. He goes that far back. And he was a motorcycle riding dude, right?
Mm.
And one of his friends, by chance, has tickets to the show, Soul Assassin show that we did in Santa Monica, right? It was in Santa Monica, right? At the auditorium down there.
Oh, yeah.
And at this time, we were taking on tour this bong called King Arthur that we had. It was a big red acrylic bong. It was like about 8-foot red acrylic bong. And we took that on stage, and Big Worm was there with his boy, who, Big Worm didn't know what rap shit was. He was listening to like the Allman Brothers and fucking Leonard Skinner and shit like this, right?
Yeah.
So he's in this new shit. He's seeing all these people get geeked out for this hip hop shit. Then we break out the fucking the bong, and he was a weed head. You know what I mean? So like when he saw us break that bong out and we're playing hits from the bong, it hit him in a way where, I met him for the first time that night, and about a year later I seen him, or maybe it was a few years later because he had to go do some time, right? After he comes out of jail, he comes back and he starts listening to rap shit. He fucking cuts his hair because he had long fucking, biker style hair from like old school shit. Bikers cut their hair these days, but he had the long hair, the leather vest, and the chopper and all that shit. Boom, wiped all that, cut his hair, started dressing in slick hip hop type clothing, got rid of the fucking chopper. He buys an Escalade, puts it on fucking 20-somethings, and now he's listening to the most gutter rap shit that you could listen to.
That is a turnout for real.
I was like, yo, Worm, what happened? He goes, I like that rap shit, B. This shit is fucking, I love that shit. Fuck all that rap shit.
Changed my life.
I mean,
Changed my life. And it did. And I was tripping because, this dude was like a biker, Southern head, He didn't hang out with black folks or like that. Like he had a couple of black friends here and there in the wrestling world, but when he got into the hip hop shit, oh my God, bro, he was like a magnet because they were all intrigued by this old white guy from Atlanta.
Wow.
Who was bumping hip hop harder than anyone in our fucking circle. This motherfucker's bumping newer shit that we're playing. Like he really got with the shits. And then before you know it, he's showing up at some of these motherfuckers' events, going to their shows, hanging out with them, smoking and drinking and tossing it up. I was like, wow.
Like I am the culture.
The power of hip hop flipped this dude who was already in his 50s. He's already in his 50s. It's hard to flip someone that is 50 years old.
Say it.
Set in their fucking ways.
Right.
And he totally flipped. He would not listen to any rock shit after he introduced the hip hop shit. He totally left that whole world behind.
Yo.
Sold the bike.
Testimony is what that is.
Yeah, that was the power of hip hop, I gotta say. And it started at our show. Now, our music is specific. It's a specific style of hip hop. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
The shit he started listening to after he got into us was way more gutter. He was like the equivalent of the trap shit now.
Oh,
right? He was listening to like the Young Jeezys, the Jocks, and the.
He found
that's
Atlanta
the
trap.
listen.
Yeah, he found all that shit. Yeah,
you gotta remember it's the music. That's what talks to him. That's
Gucci
what he's hearing.
He was listening to Gucci Mane and all this.
That's just country
like.
enough, right there.
Yes, he was listening to that shit. You know what I mean? He wasn't. He liked hip hop, but he liked the gutter shit. A little bit more, the gutter rap shit. You know what I'm saying?
I relate to that there.
Yeah. It was the craziest transition out of all my friends that I've known throughout my life. It's the craziest transition I've ever seen someone have musically, like where it was just like it was very much this, visibly and everything, and then boom, whole other, like even his wrestling homies that were like his friends for like over 10, 15 years before he met me was like, what the fuck happened to you, Worm? You're a bike riding son of a bitch. Now you're all with this rap shit. What's going on here? Yeah, they were all blown the fuck away by it. Because they knew him before I did it. They saw what he, how he was living before that.
We have a before and after picture. That's.
Oh yes.
Boy, we need that in our archives.
So before he looked like a biker, that rough, rugged, long hair, beard. When he flipped, and he was a portly little dude. He was not tall. He was like, I'm gonna say 5'7" or something like that, portly. When he shaved his beard and cut his hair and he changed his attire, he looked like a doctor. Wow. Looked like somebody's fucking doctor.
Dude.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it was it was pretty powerful because you know we knew him as something fucking different, and then he totally flipped the script, and we're like, damn, all rap
That
shit.
Southern mentality.
Yeah, you couldn't
He's
find.
not gonna pop lock, but
No, he wasn't gonna pop.
He
He wasn't gonna break
not
dance.
gonna
or-
go in like that, but
Oh man, this motherfucker would be at clubs popping bottles just like he was a rap star.
up.
Yeah, it was a
Change.
train.
Like I said, that's what he's listening to.
He's
So
in.
that music talks to him. He's like, that's
Hey.
my language right there. All that shit they
Hey.
talking.
He was
Like, I
listening.
floss like that inside.
He was listening to that. He was listening to that strip club rap. You know what I'm saying? Shit that was straight, like you know that shit. He wasn't listening to Tribe Called Quest or Public Enemy or any of our shit like that.
Hey.
He liked our shit because I was his friend and that was the first introduction. But our music wasn't really his speed like that. He liked that other shit.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Biker dudes like strip clubs.
They spent half
So
the time.
come on.
Yeah, salute. Rest in peace to Big Worm, man. That's a fucking homie right there. Biggest change I ever seen somebody have. But that speaks to the power of hip hop. That
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
it can grab you like that. Because I mean, I was similar in the sense that before I started listening to hip hop, I listened to a bunch of shit, right?
Me too.
Stuff that my parents used to listen to, which was a lot of, you know, doo-wop and salsa and Latin style songs and shit like
Yes,
that.
yes.
With my brothers and sisters, they were listening to what we consider oldies and shit
Right,
like
right.
that. And through my cousins, I found metal. And
Right.
that's sort of what I was listening to mostly before I found hip hop shit.
That's crazy. You just described a show that I did, and my first guest was Egyptian Lover, but it's called The Music That Raised Me. So I get to find out what was the music like in your household. What'd your mother and father listen to?
Yeah.
When was the first time you went to a friend's house and heard some different music you've never heard before?
Right.
When you hit high school, what were you introduced to then that was your very own?
Yeah.
Then it's like when you got older. So I would pull out albums. I'm pulling out Atlantic Star.
Yeah.
You know, where were you here? He was like, oh my God, I remember my mom used to play this all day.
Yeah.
I remember when I first sampled this, da 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 da. It was the most interesting conversation because you get to go through a person's history of music and how they were introduced and all the parents involved
Yeah.
and all the other households and at school in someone's car and you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm into everything, just like everybody else here. You know, I like a Fleetwood Mac moment, like you said
Oh,
earlier.
yeah.
I dig that, but I also like my Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need my Pancho Sanchez.
Yep.
I need all of those things mean something to me. So that man, the music that raised me. I would love to interview you for that.
I would love to do it.
That would be amazing.
What were you gonna say, Les? Oh, you were just beatboxing over.
Tight.
He was beatboxing over.
That's my bad. My bad.
Flying.
Yeah. To the moon.
Don, hey, you know everybody has a story to the music that was their favorite shit. They could remember things that happened when they were listening to this. You know what they were going through at the time.
Come on. Prince made me a freak. I remember that moment.
Yeah.
When I saw him in
Yeah.
the trench coat and the drawers in the shower, the water coming down. I was like, ah. I need a trench coat. I cut my hair off the whole. Yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah. Moments in time that music etches. When my mom taught me how to cha-cha on her feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
remember the collection of songs that she played for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of it. Yeah, that's crucial.
Yeah. The memories that music can bring back for you is crazy. They
powerful.
should use that in like therapy.
Yes.
I think.
Absolutely.
You know, when the therapist is, you know, trying to go down your childhood memories and shit like that, they should ask you, like, what were you listening to? And it might be able to trigger some shit that could help them in connecting the dots.
Oh, man.
I mean, the music that we listened to as kids, that's what molded us. You know.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Mm.
what
For sure.
we became. You know, a little bit of all that shit.
And music is therapeutic too.
100.
Without
Yeah.
doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got to tell you, you know, like I would say most people that their go-to song when they were going through the most shit when they were young, that's the song they rock right now to this day.
Yep.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like
Without a
you were
doubt.
saying, best believe a lot of the music that molded us wasn't hip hop.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
True that.
Indeed.
Wasn't hip hop.
It
It was
wasn't.
real music and shit. You know.
Mhm.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Well, it was different genres because hip hop is real music too. It's just it's from a different part of the vein.
I'm saying
Yeah,
before
It's like
hip hop, there was
live music,
real
live
music.
instrumentation.
Yeah, live instrumentation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's like that.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? A 13,
Parliament
15-piece band? And
Yeah.
20? Shit.
You're right about the if you're going through some shit, that's a song we always listen to it. Like Graduation will always be that shit for me. Like, no, Graduation by Kanye West.
Oh,
Album,
that's-
yeah,
yeah.
that whole album.
That whole album's
Through
great.
the Wire. By
Oh.
yeah, that's like those kind of songs. Just
I
like that.
always thought that for your generation, he was the male Lauryn Hill for y'all. The way that women connected to Lauryn Hill's album, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, I feel like dudes connected with Kanye in that same way for that particular album.
For Graduation.
Yes,
I don't want to say it like that.
I would.
I think
I
that-
just
I
did.
don't want to say it like that.
I think those first 3 albums of his are instant fucking. They were all like we could listen to anything
Classic.
off those first 3 records
Yeah.
and know exactly where we were the first time we heard them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it paints a scene, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, of when we first heard. Because when we heard, we're like, "Oh shit, this is cool!" Like, you know what I
Bobby
mean?
Storms.
Yeah, man. Like first time you heard like "Champion" on Graduation, that you are a champion. When that, yes, I did. Like when you hear, man, I was like, man, this album is dope. Like, yeah, I mean, he got and his beats got progressively fucking dope.
Doper, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice 3-album run. You know
He
what I mean?
really
Like,
did like
Genius
the whole
work.
album.
Yeah.
I don't remember my graduation music, but you know, whatever.
I wasn't there for it.
Yeah. We all weren't.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's well
I wasn't-
documented. I was not there.
That 1999 album.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was a great album.
Cameo.
Oh, Cameo.
Ooh, back in the that was like around my graduation. Not aging myself, but if you dig in a crate. Anyway, little Steve Arrington Slade.
Yeah.
Ooh, first Slave record.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Cameo did a brilliant job in going from the 70s to the 80s
Yeah.
to the early 90s.
Yeah, I think so too.
They had a good run with that. When you think
Yeah,
about how
they-
far they went back
Uh-huh.
with their
Dude.
funk.
Rigor
knew-
mortis.
They
Yeah.
knew how to
Woo.
keep, reinventing themselves. and-
Absolutely.
Yeah, they
and
sure did.
changing the music, going with the music, what the music was sounding like. It
And
was like, yo, we can't sound like this. We gotta
Right.
sound like
and they were a fucking tight band. Like
Oh,
their
man.
band was crazy.
One of
Charlie
the things,
Singleton was crazy.
dude.
It
One
was,
of
and
the,
it was simple to add an electronic sound to what they were doing.
Yeah.
at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I always liked, like in the 70s, how they were able to blend from funk to disco so quick.
Yes.
And it was effortless, and it all sounded like it was their own style of it, like the way they did both. And I was always like, rigor mortis to me
But
is
but
one of the
I don't
best.
feel like Cameo did disco. I
They
feel like
did.
their
It,
funk.
it was kind of disco at one
It was,
time.
it was elements of
What
it.
still
Yeah.
funky.
what
That
song
was
would you
funky, but
consider?
still a
Well,
splash.
rigor mortis itself is like,
To me, that's not disco at all.
well, in the same way that Staying Alive,
do.
Bee Gees is like
Yeah.
funky.
Yeah,
You got some horns that are hitting up in that register and
Yeah,
at that
see?
tempo.
Yeah, I
It's-
mean,
it's a
disco
Yeah,
to
no,
me
no.
was 93
This is-
BPMs to like.
I get
disco is
130.
house music.
I get
to
that
me.
part, but I see Kiss as more disco than Cameo.
That was like Giorgio
Mm.
Moroder disco though, like
That you're right about that. That is
yeah,
very
I think
Giorgio.
fun is fucking I Feel Love or fucking
Yeah.
Chase, like
I get it. There are some disco-ish type elements, but I never really felt
Because
like
he
they
was thighs
really
high.
it wasn't.
crossed that line.
No, it was. There were some disco elements in like. You know, I just want to be.
What you want me to be?
Like,
Yeah.
you know that,
Yeah.
that's you know
That's to me. That's like a hybrid, though.
That was that
But
era's
that's what I'm
great-
saying.
That,
They
yeah,
did both.
that was that shift into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they were able to do both
yeah,
effortlessly and make it their own, and that's one of like
and keep the vocals.
yeah,
high.
man.
yeah.
They were hitting them high.
And then and what's it's crazy. It-
I'll do it.
And,
Ooh.
and it's crazy when they get into the 80s and 90s because then they totally simplify their sound. They don't
Crazy.
have all that crazy shit going on. It's just very almost hip hopish.
Right.
Very
started
simple.
going
Yes,
there.
definite.
It sounds like disco was you guys' raves or like that time era, like rave, bro. Because I imagine people are dressing spontaneous whenever I see like the, like the videos, and then she just described it as like, it's like, hey, that's house music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that shit was that's a big ass rave going on in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was up tempo dance music, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what people are doing in their raves. They're dancing to this shit too.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true, but I know in New York there was like a little rumor about the song "She's Strange."
Yeah.
Like he was talking about a tranny or some shit. Like,
Oh, I can see that.
Might have to
and if you listen to the
words
lyrics,
again.
you know.
Hey, that's possible.
Strange, but I like
Hey, that's
it.
possible. Hey, that's possible because motherfuckers have been doing that type of song in all genres. I mean,
Subliminal.
the Kinks did that, right?
That in Spanish music a
The
lot.
Kinks did that
Which song
with
was
what fucking song is that? It's not Lola, is it? Can't remember the name of the song, but he's talking about a chick that might be a dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
Beatles did it.
Got to read between the lines.
What's the Beatles song?
Get Back.
What is it?
Get Back.
Get Back.
JoJo was a man who thought he was a woman or something like that, but he was another
I
man.
gotta hear that one.
Some shit like this. Yeah.
Listen
Yeah.
to "She's Strange."
Listen to, because sometimes people just listen to the Beatles music. They don't listen to the lyrics.
I haven't really had like I mean, I've listened to their obviously their hits, but like certain albums I've dove into, and then like not everything. But that's why like when you describe that song, I was like, oh, I haven't heard that one. Let me go listen to that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll probably like be in the gym, listen to another album, and then just or listen to that album where that song's from, and then just kind of like let it get some run.
Oh, dude, I gotta tell you a couple Beatle albums.
Yeah, I believe the Kinks. It is the Lola song.
Lola.
Yeah.
Ray Davies in there.
Found that.
Yeah. Listen to the words to that. It's fucking a trip.
You love that song, right, Bolton?
He loves Lola.
Yeah, you introduced it to me the other day.
Have you heard "Masochistic Beauty" by Marvin Gaye?
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Is one of those songs where you're like, whoa, how did that get by me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Masochistic Beauty.
It's crazy how words get by us because we're so wrapped in the whole of the song.
Yeah.
But we're not necessarily analyzing
The lyrics
until later.
Because that rhythm has you on the dance floor. You're
Yeah.
like,
Saying some
wait a
crazy shit.
The way you describe it, you kind of like. I was like, damn, it's like the crying game on music.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Kinda,
yeah,
It is.
'cause that movie was kind of. I felt bad for Forrest Whitaker in that.
I
Yeah,
did
that movie. I was
too.
like, damn, man, I want to cry
oh,
too.
I thought you had one.
Like,
I was
yeah, it was messed up, bro. I remember watched that movie in college.
That's hurtful. No, but Masochistic Beauty is more like he's the master in the situation. And you got to understand, like, this is Marvin Gaye. He done did all the dance music, all the sexy music, and he really wanted to do a big band sound. And now, he's high in the studio by himself. He done lost his woman. And this is how I feel right now. So he
was in his feelings back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, man.
Dude, his whole story is so crazy, man. Like Marvin Gaye's real story is so crazy. I mean, just the "Hear My Dear" record.
Oh my God. $2? He sold it like a $2 chuck. Like, if this is gonna be the next album that pays for our divorce, that pays you, I'm gonna make it a $2 album.
Yeah.
Like all you get.
I'm gonna really go in.
And I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna
And
tell
then it
on
was a
you.
great album too.
And it really was.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
His parents' house is still like preserved to the T.
Nah.
Like
Wow.
or like the house he died in. Like where
Really?
because I drive by it by the historic Adams district all the time, and like you could drive by those neighborhoods, and it'll just be like, damn, that's Marvin Gaye's house. And like it's
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it should be a monument.
I mean, no, but somebody lives there, but they haven't changed it up. I think because
Yeah.
I guess the significance.
the man's a fucking gem. You know what I mean? National
Come on.
treasure
That's
to
like
us.
my favorite producer.
We want to send healing vibes out to our boy Cali Blaze.
Yeah.
Has suffered an injury yesterday, trying to break up some dogs. We wish him quickly healing vibes. You know what I'm saying?
I hope
He wants
it's
to
just
be a
healing you
referee,
need, bro.
no?
Like, just hope it's just that, I want get your hand back in order,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I mean,
Hand
speedy
is
recovery,
everyone
bro.
right now?
Yes.
He got like a crazy. Don't play it, Bolton. He got like a crazy injury.
Why are you?
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
it make
don't
you
play.
squeamish? Are you scared?
You already know how I feel about like just go or just like just stuff.
You?
Come on, be real. You've been there, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
like
true.
yeah.
That's true. He does not like the sight of blood of any kind.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna cheer for
okay,
it.
do
but
me a you could close your eyes for this moment.
I mean,
I'm like, you guys got it on film? What is it?
No, he posted it, right?
Oh.
He posted it, and he so he could let people know what had happened to him.
Does the guest really need to see this?
No.
Okay, thank
Wow.
Only if she's
I
intrigued.
was like,
But-
what am I about to witness here? What
Yo, dude.
Well, his hand got bit by the other dog that he was trying to keep off of his dog.
Yeah.
Apparently, and
Pretty fucking.
he got bit pretty bad. He had to have surgery yesterday, reconstructive surgery to his hand, and he's in healing
Is it,
now.
Does it still function?
Dude, no, half of his there's chunks of his hands missing.
Oh.
Not missing, but like they're just. Oh,
What do they call it?
The Frankenstein hand.
Oh.
Yeah, like he was the like.
a lot.
But see, Cali Blaze is a smart dude. He's not gonna pull his hand away.
Right.
He's just waiting for the dog to let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he doesn't do further damage to the hand. He's very present in situations. So
This was the pits.
might have been. I don't know. I'm sure when he comes in,
Hope it was.
he'll
Chihuahua fight. Like, yo, come on.
don't.
You got all the. They tore your ass up.
No, he's trying to
That's
break
stuff,
it up.
He likes riding his motorcycle a lot too, and that's just.
Oh, that's
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like that
That's
season
out.
is just like
Gotta
fuck.
take a
Hey,
break.
look,
Take a
and I
break.
know you're watching. You don't have to come in tomorrow. Don't feel you have to. You heal the fucking hand and
Yes. Get rest, bro.
get right. Don't trip. We'll handle it.
We love you, bro.
Yes.
You
Hope
don't.
feel
You don't
better.
have to come. You better come.
Oh.
Fucker.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Apparently, we have a pair of tickets to give away for Bronx Tale. It's the 30-year anniversary of the awakening, and it's Lord Finesse's birthday.
Yes.
So you want to celebrate Lord Finesse's birthday and get down with this event. We got a
That's gonna be dope.
pair of tickets to give away. It's going to be going down at the Regent Theater in L.A. this Sunday, February 22nd at 7 p.m. Don't be a late arrival. Be one of those people that shows up to catch the whole show.
Yes.
Russell Peters.
There's nothing more that pisses me off when you got a stack lineup of legendary motherfuckers and some got the audacity to show up late.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
And then be like, oh, man, I wish I would have known. What do you mean you wish you would have known?
Dude,
It's on the ticket when you bought it.
Dude,
That's-
nice and smooth.
that's why I don't like to put what time people go on sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, show up. Don't just show up for that one you want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show up for the entire
Show up
Treat it
for
like
the
a festival, bro.
Yes,
Like, yeah,
treat it
be there
like-
for the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's what I love about European audiences is that they don't play that shit. They're
Nah.
showing up early to catch the whole thing.
That's love.
You know what I'm
That's proper
saying?
Love.
It's
You
love.
bought the ticket.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right?
I want to
Yeah.
catch the whole experience.
Yeah.
If you're one of those folks that just go, oh, I'm just going to go when they're supposed to go on, and you're, come on. Do
Yeah,
the,
that's a code. Because I mean, just me as an artist, when people come in and say, "Have you went on yet?" Oh, okay, good. I'm like, "You just got here?" Like,
yeah,
that's
that part.
not cool.
It's like, no, come on,
I'm
man.
out here watching artists. Like, come on, don't do that.
And then if you really like think about it, like if you show up early to any kind of like artist performance or any kind of thing, like you really have a good chance to connect with that artist in some way, somehow. Because sometimes you might see them walking in there before they're about to set up. They might not be there. You get your shit signed. You might not miss out on some merch. I always like to show up early as fuck to all those things, bro, because I'm like, there's always cool ass merch. You get your stuff signed. You get to meet some people.
Yep.
And so 9 times out of 10, if you know some people, you end up backstage.
Hey, look.
And then you don't have to worry about people texting, hey, be real. Can you get me back there? I'm like,
Oh,
well, I've
yeah.
been here since 1. Don't be texting me.
Yeah, don't text me. I'll let you know the easy way. Don't fuck with me. Look, show up early. You know what I mean? Because the other thing is that maybe the artist that's supporting or opening, you may become a fan of. You may end up
See.
loving that music and becoming a lifelong fan, and you never know unless you fucking show up.
Absolutely.
So show up early, all right? It's hosted by Russell Peters with live performances by Diamond D, legendary Grand Poobah, legendary Sadat, X.
Oh yeah.
My family right there. Nice and smooth. Some more family. Salute. And Peter Guns. Yet more family.
I should have known Russell was gonna be involved when he was with Lord Finesse.
Yeah. Super,
yeah.
super chat. BREALTV in the hashtag to be entered in the giveaway. Must have a valid ID. Be 18 and over to be able to claim the tickets. You'll find them at Will Call. We'll pick a winner on tomorrow's show. So enter today and you will win tomorrow. Did you know it's National Chocolate Mint Day? I don't get down with it though.
Oh, I love that shit, bro. Mint chip, those little chocolate Andes.
like
those little candies. I love those. I used to get them in the steakhouse that used to close down here downtown.
I guess it's the ice cream
That's the
version.
shit, bro.
I don't
Ice
like
cream
the
might
ice
not
cream,
be
though.
that bad.
I could take a small scoop, but it's not my favorite.
Not my
shit.
thing either.
The green one, the
I'll
white
take
one.
a mint chocolate and drop it in my coffee though.
All right.
I'll take a few scoops.
Like espresso little one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about it. I don't know.
That's pretty rad.
It is also National Arabian Horse Day. Very expensive horses. Drug
Yeah.
dealers like to buy these horses because
Why they do drugs?
Dictators love them too, bro. Kim Jong-un
that
has like, a
maybe.
stable of them.
Okay. Well, I mean.
well, no, they breed them with other horses that are also expensive, and then they make shitloads of money cleaning their money with these kind of horses.
Stallions.
There's a lot of them in Russia too. Those are like collector's items for like, powerful like dictators of the world. Like I said, North Korea has a gang of exotic horses. Include those.
North
Yeah, that's
Korea?
the
and so does,
ultimate, powerful man status quo deal. You got Arabian horses.
Putin has some of them.
Yo,
Like they have stables of like
see-
just exotic, bro. Some of these horses, you're like, okay, bro, this is. Yeah, look
at that.
Look at the kind of shit he's doing, bro.
Look at you. That's majestic.
like
It's
yo,
almost like
yo,
he's
yo,
flying.
Zone, like the price on these horses is paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
like
know
real paper.
$1 million
Millions,
horses.
millions.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Millions.
a real baller
You
move
better
right there.
have
When you
some
got
millions.
when you got a horse that is like,
That part.
why you think Tony Soprano had one?
That's gonna be the new
Yeah.
shit.
You're
Oh,
boss,
you're a
bro.
baller?
Yeah, if
you
you're a
have
baller.
an Arabian horse.
I want you to come meet my horse.
Now we doing something.
Now we doing some shit.
Come to the stable.
Come to my stable and meet my horse.
Feed my horse.
Come feed my horse.
Yes.
You getting a green thumb horse, be real?
Yeah, dog. I'm gonna go get an Arabian tomorrow.
Look at that, dude. You just know that's money. Look at that.
After the show, I'm gonna make a
that's
call,
Beautiful.
buy myself an
Get the
Arabian
saddle.
horse.
Get the saddle.
I'll never ride it, but
You don't.
did you know it is the birthday of the legendary Smokey Robinson, born on this day in
Wow.
1940.
Hell yeah.
He's done so much.
He's written
Robinson.
so many.
So much and co-written.
His work with the great Norman Whitfield
Yeah.
was probably the most phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I see some ladies at church that look like him right now.
Ladies at church that look like him. You know what? I could see
You
that.
know what? Yes.
I could see that.
he is a
Him and Wanda Sykes and him look like they could be related. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there is a
That's some
video.
ugly ladies.
the picture of him older, I totally see it. It's
I'm like,
bad.
why you showing the picture of Wanda Sykes up there, son?
Dude,
Yeah, like an older Wanda Sykes, bro.
No,
No,
put respect to the legendary Smokey Robinson. He's a smooth operator, son.
Hey,
Really,
did you ever
still.
see?
Yeah.
You ever see the video of him where he's like rapping kind of about crack?
Oh, about gangbanging?
I never
Gang,
seen
Oh, that
gang,
shit is
yeah,
the
yeah,
funniest.
I never
Yes,
seen that
yes,
one.
Yes.
Yes.
I
That
never
shit is
seen
the
that one. I was out
funniest.
gangbanging. I could not have
Yeah,
seen it.
it's pretty bad. It's
Hey,
pretty bad.
but
Right.
all of you
Hard,
guys,
man.
except for E-Zone, is old enough to remember when they used to have these fucking commercials that would happen, and it was motherfuckers like trying to buy the Smokey Robinson catalog,
Oh,
Oh,
and then their father or somebody would say no, and then the son would say, "But Dad, it's Smokey." What music company was that? Fuck it, because they were like it was like in the
Motown.
time of
He was
K-Tel.
with Motown.
But it was in the time of the K-Tel shit where they would like get compilations of songs and
Wow.
then slang them for a minute. They had Smokey Robinson shit up there, so it probably was a subsidiary of Motown
Now, yeah.
selling these shit, like putting his biggest hits together as a solo artist and then throwing them out there.
That's crazy.
It was like a- It was like, remember when they had the one album that was a compilation of all the romantic hits?
Yeah.
And Homeboy was like,
Oh,
"Where'd
yeah.
you get that? Can I borrow it?" And
no,
Homeboy
my
said,
brother.
Oh, you
"No,
got-
my brother, you got to get your own."
Yeah.
Like, what?
It was in that time.
That right
Yes,
there.
that's
That.
it.
Smokey had his own commercial where the tagline was, "But Dad, it's Smokey."
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. Awesome and fucked up at the same damn time. Did you know it is the birthday of the legendary Tony Iommi of Black Sabbath, born on this day, 1948?
Hey.
Quite possibly the inventor of one of the co-inventors of heavy metal.
Who? Yes, I gotta say
Yes.
because
Damn
let's
it.
not forget that Black
Without
Sabbath
Co.
was rocking some heavy shit too.
Well, that's
It wasn't dark though.
Oh,
no. Yes.
Like in comparison to Black Sabbath, it was not as dark, but it was just as heavy.
Yeah. Well, he's the main riff writer.
He's like one of the original members.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
one-
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
pretty
Yeah.
good for him, like being
Damn
like that
good.
old.
Oh yeah, he's the fucking guy, man.
Yeah, dude,
Um,
they did their last gig. What was it, last year?
really?
Yeah,
He's the
The last
godfather.
tour?
Yeah,
He is
godfather
one of.
heavy metal. Absolutely.
him and Jimmy Page.
Agreed.
Jimmy Page is one of those guys. You're playing it heavy with Led Zeppelin, that's for sure.
A co-architect,
Co-architects. There you go.
I like
if
that.
you will.
Yeah. The Masons of metal.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that?
Hey, this,
Ah, there you go.
Smiths.
All right, here we go. The Smiths.
Smith, hell
There, I
yeah.
believe there's a group called that, though. Did you know it is the birthday of the legendary Prince Marky D of the Fat Boys? Rest in peace.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.,
Prince
baby.
Monkey D. That's my dude,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, he was a good dude. I remember the last time I saw him, he was doing radio in Florida.
Oh, hell
He
yeah.
came to we went up there to do the interview with him for some tour we were doing at that point, and that was the last time I got to see him. But I mean, fuck, he looked great. He looked like he was doing great, and it was great to see him.
He was like the king DJ for all the strip clubs in Florida.
Yeah.
Him, Acanelli, they was running the biggest clubs, and that's how I met him. Like,
Wait, him and Acanelli?
yeah, Acanelli
Get
was
outta
like,
here.
Acanelli was like, "Yo, follow me. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna introduce you to somebody." I had
Yeah.
no idea.
The Fat Boys went gold, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
platinum
They
too.
went platinum too, right?
Yeah.
So like when everybody talks about who the first Latin guy was to bring a platinum plaque home in hip hop,
Yeah, there
it's
it is.
it's Prince Marky
Prince
D.
Marky D.
Absolutely.
You know that people like to tag it on us or pun, but it was Prince Marky D first.
Yo,
So
that,
salute to my man right there, because he opened it up for a lot of us.
Yeah, he did.
that first Fat Boys
he-
album is like part of my musical DNA.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
can feel
mean?
that.
It's just so hard. And it was just so like that
Raw.
that raw, you know, produced by Curtis Blow, by the way.
Mm,
That people forget Curtis was a producer too.
definite.
Yeah. Salute to Curtis Blow, man. He was always
Larry
always the
Smith.
nicest motherfucker
Larry
you
Smith.
know.
Oh my God,
Houdini.
he's,
Larry
and he's
Smith.
humble. You
Humble.
would man, he's wonderful.
Yes, he is. Salute.
Yeah,
We got to get him on here. I got to call that dude. Word up. All right. Did you know it is the birthday of the legendary Seal, born on this day in 1963?
Like a kiss from a rose.
Yeah.
The ladies love him.
Yes.
Wasn't
He
he on
changed
the Batman
sound of
soundtrack?
American music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman soundtrack.
Yeah, the Batman soundtrack just made no sense.
Yeah.
And like, his whole song placement in that just made no sense.
Yeah,
in that
but
movie.
it propelled the song to be in that movie. It was like the perfect placement, even though, you know,
Yeah.
it's like you're trying to figure out how does this make sense. Somehow it did.
It did, yeah.
Like, okay, the melodic, like, you know, I guess factor of it, yes, through the scenes that were being
Yeah.
being cut, yes, it like flowed, but just when I'm listening to the context of it, because everybody else kind of tried
Yeah,
to
no.
make it like
Yeah.
fit into the Batman movie, and I'm just like, yo, this has nothing to do with fucking saving like people or anything, you know?
Well, the Kiss from a Rose song. That's the one from Batman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it, just, yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo,
Batman was trying to kiss a rose, dog.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I'm saying?
You know, we're never going to survive unless we're a little crazy.
You know,
Yeah.
Batman didn't have a Lois Lane.
Yes, C minus. You came with it right there.
I was gonna say, yo, you remember that meme they had of Seal's face on a real seal?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that
That
was
shit was-
no. They just had this one of the commercials during one of these events. I don't know. It wasn't Super Bowl. It was before that. But they had his face on a seal singing the fucking song. It was hilarious. He was totally. It was.
Yeah.
I can't remember what brand it was for, but it was fucking hilarious.
Was
I
it
think
for
that's, like, the
Mountain
best thing
Dew?
you can't
It was
just
for
embrace
Mount.
it.
It was for Mountain Dew. Yes.
This one right here.
Might as well.
There it goes.
Oh my god.
Still.
Dude, that's so rad. He has that sense of humor.
That's
about
a
himself,
that's
you know
a
what I mean?
that's an album cover right there.
That's a
B.
funny check, bro.
He knows how not. He knows how to get the bag and have fun doing it. There we go.
Yeah.
Word up. And did you know it is the birthday of the legendary Lord Finesse, born on this day in 1970.
Yes.
Well, finesse.
We got a mix from Lord Finesse. We're gonna pop off.
Oh, that's dope.
So stay tuned for that because my man right here, he don't fucks around.
Really dope.
And did you know it is also the birthday of the legendary Immortal Technique, born on this day in 1978.
Yeah, man.
All the technique.
My man don't get enough flowers for
Nah.
the kinds of bars he spits, what he stands for,
Come on.
and like him standing on his word.
That part. Every time.
Love this guy.
Conscious rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Eh.
he's the same every time I see him. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yes, humble and a beast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, big fan of my man Immortal Technique. Did you know? In 1980, we lost the legendary Bon Scott before he became a legend.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace. AC/DC. Gotta tell you, the album with him before he passes,
Yeah.
one of the best rock albums. One of the best. His
Yeah.
voice was so unique.
Dude.
It's crazy how they followed that up with Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
He killed it.
man.
Different voice
like
and everything.
Brian. It was just different.
It was just different. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Let There Be Rock to me is one of the most
See?
perfect rock songs of all time.
The tone I preferred was Bon Scott. though.
Me too.
Just like sort of like with Van Halen and David Lee Roth
Lee
in
Roth, yeah.
comparison to Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, if
I agree.
if you heard both of them sing, you'd be like trying to fucking turn David Lee Roth down.
Yeah.
And maybe put up fucking Sammy to the halfway because Dave really ain't singing that shit live that well anymore, but Sammy can still sing.
Yeah, but Dave.
I was on tour with Topia, and the comedian Paul Tompkins. At the end, we did "Thunderstruck" by AC/DC with the live band, and it made me delve deeper into who AC/DC was and the different sounds. And it's kind of fresh in my memory. Like those two different sounds were two entirely different.
Yeah.
motherfuckers, man.
But they worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Salute to AC/DC. They're great.
Love it.
Dude, they have groove, dude. They just have that groove that's just undeniable.
Come
AC/DC.
on.
Yeah.
Even though it was guitar forward, it still had that bottom like.
Yeah. There was heart to it for
Yeah.
sure, but that tone, that Angus Young tone,
Yes.
shit is crazy. All right. Did you know? In 1991, on this day, Jizza dropped Words from the Genius.
Wow, his first album on Cold Chillin'.
Yeah.
Man, Cold Chiller?
Yeah.
Cold Chillin', that's right.
Yeah, this Easy Mo B did this record.
Yep.
91?
These cats had been around before they created Wu-Tang, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
They were in the game, you know what I'm saying? Prince Raheem.
Hell
Listen.
yeah.
Did you know the Dr. Greenthumb Show is in the top 50 podcasts listen to podcasts on iTunes, and it's available on all streaming platforms. Make sure you check us out on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen, and don't forget to drop a comment or leave a review. Quit playing. We want to thank everybody who's in the room with us right now. We're about to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means, y'all, if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, we want to hear it.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, Tony in here's asking, yo, Medusa, are you still hands-on with the Project Blowed University?
I am still hands-on with anything Project Blowed. If I'm called, I come. Definite. So anywhere I'm at, spitting bars or teaching, I am a representation of.
That's what's up.
Dope.
Xavier saying, yo, Medusa killed it at the 10th anniversary Project Blow show in Austin, Texas. Saying that was the shit. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my will and pleasure. Thank you, man.
They'll say that again. That was the shit.
The shit. The shit.
We got Rachel in here asking, be real. Are you gonna have Insane Flower at your Canoga Park dispensary? I need it.
Yeah, we're working on that.
All right, we got Jeffro in here from Chicago asking the table. You guys have to pick one: DJ Scratch versus DJ Daddy Rich.
Oh.
Wow.
Ow.
Wow.
That's messed up.
Are we talking in their prime or like?
Damn, that's not fair.
Would Daddy Rich also be DJ Richie Rich?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Fuck.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, that would be a good. I don't even know which way to go on that.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna go Scratch.
I'm gonna go with Scratch.
Scratch. Yeah. Scratch is the man, dude, and he's super clean with it, and he does doubles, and then he does
Come
like
on.
turntablism, like it's just effortless.
It'd be really close,
but you know,
but Scratch, man.
Richie Rich is pretty dope too.
Yeah. He ain't no joke. Neither of these gentlemen are a joke. They are serious.
Or Daddy Rich.
Whoop.
Daddy Rich.
Whoop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Luis in here saying, yo, shout to the legendary Medusa. Much love and peace to the table.
Salute.
What it do?
Scott Green is saying, is Callie going to be on the show tomorrow? I saw his hand on IG. That shit looking crazy. And E-Zone at the table soaking in all the knowledge today.
Yes.
Yeah, when I'm not really saying anything, it's because I got nothing to do but listen.
You're at school.
Yeah.
He's taking notes.
I'll occasionally have a question, but I'm like, I got to think about it. I'm like, it's got to count, fool. I was like, don't waste these fools' time. Talking about important shit.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I love that.
That's dope.
Yeah, in terms of Cali Blaze, it's totally on him, but you know, we suggest he heal his hand up and not worry about this. But if he wants to come in and tell the story, shit, that's
keep that shit on ice.
Let's go.
Keep that shit on ice.
Amanda Foe saying, yo, I discovered Medusa through Tumex. Been a huge fan ever since.
Oh wow, I love me some Tumex. That is that is like my brother right there. So if you found me through him, I'm in good company. Thank you.
That's that shit we're talking about. You know, you could find someone that you weren't even looking for by showing up.
Yes.
Or
Absolutely.
getting into this and like, okay, let me see what this is. Oh shit. I fucks with this.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to take a chance.
Got to.
Show up early.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
All right, Nickolick is saying, super dope mixtape my dad gave me had Funky Cold Medina back in 1991. He got it from his brother who was a DJ at the time, but the first song I ever sang along to on radio was Sunshine Reggae by Laid Back.
Okay. Laid back.
Nice.
Laid Back. They did
White Pony.
White Pony.
White Pony.
Oh, White Horse.
Yeah,
White Horse. Yeah, same.
White Pony. Deftones.
But we knew.
Hey, I'll say this: Monifa's remake of it was really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very stank, but good.
But good, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I rode that pony.
Yeah, that was good.
Hollywood Saints asking, yo, be real. How was that Married with Children after party at the Viper?
Oh, it was cool. It was packed. Faustino like killed his mix, like really fucking killed it. And it was cool seeing all those people show up to support him and the Married with Children franchise or brand. You know, like showing that support. That was awesome. And
it wasn't cool. That shit was popping.
Okay, there you
Popping.
go. All right, there you go. I was, you know,
Psycho gonna tell it like it
yeah,
is.
you go ahead and say it.
Sachi in here's asking, yo, B, when you coming to New Zealand soon? And Medusa, have you ever been to New Zealand?
I have never been to New Zealand. I have a passport that needs stamps. Let's just put it that way.
New Zealand is a great place.
Is that where the Kiwis are from?
Yes,
Ooh.
the Kiwis are in New Zealand. Yes, that's what they call themselves
Yeah,
out
right.
there, the Kiwis, and the Australians are the Aussies.
I love it.
But yeah, we're working on getting on out there this year at some point. Can't say exactly when because it's still kind of newish, the conversation. But yeah, we look forward to getting out there. They're some of the best fans out there. They get wild. They love hip hop. The appreciation level is on another. It's just on another level with
Really?
Australia and New Zealand. I mean, you'd be surprised. We went there just recently. I mean, we've gone to Australia and New Zealand several times, but this last time we went with Ice Cube.
Wow.
And our very first time we went to Australia and New Zealand was with Ice Cube in like 93, 94, something like that. And he hadn't been there since then. And we hadn't been there in a few years because we went after we came with him. You know what I mean? But it had been like maybe 10 years for us, maybe 8 or something like that. So people got excited about this show, and they showed up, and they were fucking loving every minute of it. Man, salute to everybody out there on that side of the world.
They definitely appreciate American hip hop.
They sure do.
Okay.
They,
that shit.
yeah. So we can't wait to get back. We're looking forward to it.
Mike in here saying, "Yo, B, is there any spaces open for the Spanish album for new beats or features if you find something fire down the line?"
The store is closed, sir.
Dead.
Gonna have to wait till the next working day. No, we finished the album. It's done. I mean, the only thing that we would probably accept at this point is remixes for when the singles come out, because everything is pretty much done, locked and loaded. So if you want to submit remixes, could definitely do that.
We got Brad in here saying, "My girlfriend got us tickets to the Mighty Cypress Hill Live April 18th over at Petco Park down in San Diego for Valentine's Day. She gave me the gift."
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
All right. That's going to be a good one because, Tech Nine's on this right here.
Hell yeah.
I believe Bone Thugs is on this.
Oh.
Who else is on this? Who am I forgetting?
Let me double check.
Yes, because I don't, I'm not good at remembering that part.
Like, as in who else is?
You ask me
performing?
the dates, I don't know. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's just that it's my ongoing tradition from 90 something to now. Like, you ask me where we're going, I don't know.
Yeah.
Coyote.
Yes, Coyotes, they're and Unconventional Kings are going to be opening up. They just got added.
Oh.
Salute to them. They're going to be dope. This is one of those shows where I suggest you show your ass up early. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. This is going to be like a festival setting, too. We're going to have all sorts of cool shit popping off here. So come get down with it.
Because once you get down there towards San Diego and you could take those 2 freeways, they both lead you to the same traffic jam. And you're going to spend like a good hour there. So if if you're one of these people that runs late, I suggest you definitely show up early.
Yeah, if you're coming from LA, don't fuck around and be late.
Don't try to be cool.
Yeah, no, don't do it. All right, next
So
one.
LA.
Tony is saying, "Yo, Medusa killed it on One Love."
Oh, good look. Thank you for that. Sometimes I have to dig in my own rabbit hole because I don't know what's out there until I hear it again. So I appreciate that. Right
I hear that.
We get that all the time. People will be like, "Yo, B, that was a dope ass track you were on," and you'll be like, "What?" Like, it actually dropped.
It's like, when did I do that?
That happened with Baby Bash track the other day. You
Oh,
were like,
yeah.
"Wait, Baby Bash just dropped that? What?"
Yeah.
That's funny.
Salute to Baby Bash. That's my bro right there.
Dash, I like it.
Ben is saying, "Yo, March 1st, Boomtown Brewery in LA, celebrating DJ Chalk and DJ Celos'
Celos.
birthday."
That's right.
And I'm a Pisces too, so I'm celebrating me with them.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
That's right.
Same.
Saying special guest Be Real, Psycho Les, and Son Doobie.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm going to spin a set.
I'm gonna get on.
Les is going to spin a set. Doobie's probably going to rock a few songs or something.
I'm gonna gift my bars.
There you go. Bars. Rap. Yes. Those are gifts.
And we going to drink a lot of beer.
Oh,
They got it for you, don't they?
they sure
ready.
do.
No.
All right.
All right, next in here is, let's see, Lupio. He's saying, does Medusa remember live at the OP in 2004?
Where was it at?
I'm not sure on that. I've been trying to look into that, but I can't find anything.
Is yeah.
To play as many gigs as we've
Yes.
played. It's hard to
It
access
really is.
all those like that.
Like,
From
you
the
would-
big venues to the small ones. you
Yeah.
know?
If you showed me a picture of a moment, I'd probably go, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
Yeah. See, you remember when you see the moment, you'll be, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this was going
That's
through
what-
my
that was
head right.
OP, Yeah.
All right,
All
next in here is let's see, we got M Kush G saying salute to the table, salute to the legend herself, Medusa. Shout to Project Blowed, saying rest in peace, saying underground hip hop for life, much appreciated for what you all do.
Thank you.
And thank you
Peace.
for that RIP for peace. You know, he will be missed very deeply. You know, because we like family from over there, from the Good Life to Project Blow to seeing us start to go is heavy. You know, even like a Jesse Jackson, when
rest in
someone
peace.
like that leaves, it reminds you you have great aunts and uncles that are right behind.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to Jesse Jackson. I mean,
Rest
with
in
all the
peace.
stuff we've been talking about in the last few days, we sort of forgot to give that up. So rest in peace to Jesse Jackson.
Absolutely.
Caleb in here is asking, were any of you guys at the Source Awards when Suge went off?
No,
No.
I don't think excuse me, let me fix that. I've never been to a Source Awards ever.
Really?
I was about to say I don't think I've ever been, but I know for a fact I've never been to a Source Awards.
Yeah, can't say that I have either.
Yeah, no.
No.
I went to one back in the days, and that's it.
I stopped going to the award shows unless we're like nominated for something, because I feel like, do I really want to fuck off 4 to 6 hours doing this?
Come on.
You know what I mean? I could see if we're nominated, whatever, then going through all this crap. All right, I get it. But like just to go to be a part of the circus that happens going into the venue with the red carpet, because people want to be seen there. That's a status quo thing. Out of sight, out of mind. So this is one of the most poppin' music events of the year. So, you should want to be seen in it. But some of us that have been doing this so long, we don't feel we need that. So like,
Right. Absolutely.
I'm like, you know what? I ain't really tripping off the red carpet. Not, I don't judge it. I mean, I understand what it's for, but I don't want to go through that, and I don't want to sit around for 4 hours just to watch this show.
And it, it's a beautiful illusion. But if I were to set up a red carpet and 2 poles and take a picture in front of a backdrop, I mean, who's
to say you
who's
weren't
to
there?
say it?
Yeah. I mean, how about this? Some people go and they don't even have tickets to get in. They're just walking the red carpet and they're
Taking
fuck out.
shots. Yep.
And that's the world we living in right
I mean, you know what? Like my man Razcast told me the other day. Yo, pull up. I wasn't going to this party. He was like, yo, pull up. It's gonna be a good look.
See,
so that's the
gonna be
magic
a
word
good
right there.
look,
It's gonna be
yeah.
a good look. So you
I
gotta
show
put
up for
yourself
it's
there
gonna be a
sometimes.
good
Yeah.
look. I
You
show
know,
up
do it
those.
for that.
And
you know?
listen, I get that.
But it's usually something that I'm really supporting. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
my folks are throwing and it's their record release party or it's definite a support thing.
Yes, you want to believe in what you're supporting, so
Yeah.
you'll make the time for that.
Absolutely.
But like, again, for like a fucking 4 to 6 hour affair, nah. I mean, because what is the payoff in it?
Right.
You know what I mean? There's really no payoff for you unless you're fucking nominated.
And then
Win or lose,
and
it's
you're enjoying the moment sometimes. 'Cause I'm grown. I enjoy the moment. I don't walk around looking for a picture to take. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
a little different. The reasons.
if one of my homies was nominated and they said, "Hey, I want you to fucking come support," I would do it in that context.
Yeah.
But just to go to be a part of that circus, nah, I don't need that shit.
Get the trapeze.
Yeah, I learned because I went to like 2 to 3 Grammys like in the
Yeah,
90s, and
back
I
in
was
the day, me too.
and I was like, do I really want to fucking sit here?
You gotta pay to go to that?
Well, if you're
Tightrope.
nominated, no.
Yeah.
So so you get invited, but like
But
can
they
people
do
just
have
attend it?
Yeah, there
Okay.
there are some that pay, and then there are some that they pay to fill seats. It's a little combination, I think. I don't remember. I don't know how they're
And
doing
the
it now.
Grammys,
But
there is a membership to the Grammys, you
Yeah.
guys, just to let you know. You know, I realize there's a lot of things that aren't covered for young artists right now. You know, you have to buy a Grammy membership.
let me
And
ask you this: since they have that, right, that you have to become a member of the Grammys. I mean, shouldn't they figure out a way to unionize musicians or recording artists to be able to fight and get better royalty rates for us where we're getting fucked?
Yeah, you would
Because
think,
I mean, you would think that one of these music organizations would take this fight because it's like for the rights of an artist.
Mm-hmm.
With these streaming sort of rates, it devalues our music.
And it has been.
Yeah.
I mean, we were already complaining about record labels back in the day only giving us 18 cents on
Yeah.
a dollar.
Yeah.
You know, now it's what,
Raping
a
us.
half a cent on a dollar? Are we happier? Just
Yeah.
because we're getting seen by more people in a day, are we happier as artists in our pay?
And you know what? They don't give a fuck.
They don't give
They
a fuck.
really don't.
Well, because when you think about it, you know, we had Michelle S. here. I know you're familiar with Michelle S.
Mhm.
She was breaking it down for people here that one album sale, to get one album sale in terms of streaming, you got to, that album has to stream 1,200 times
Yes.
for it to equate to a one record sale.
1,200 in a day. I think it's like 120 million in a month.
Now
Like
that's
something
one
crazy.
Now that's one sale, right? And in that one sale, we're getting bits.
That,
Not even a fucking penny. We're getting what? 3/4 of a penny?
yeah, yeah.
Some shit like this. How is that?
Give me
fair?
a Bitcoin. Don't give me bits.
Yeah, give me a Bitcoin. Fuck the bits. So I'm saying, like, you know, I'm challenging the Grammys. Hey, why don't you, you know, like the way that SAG and AFTRA fight for the rights of actors and writers and directors and producers
Mm-hmm.
in terms of their royalty rates at streaming services like Paramount Plus, Netflix, and the like. Why not rally for the recording artists that you guys are constantly trying to, you know,
Monetize.
express to people that you're looking out for it and you're monetizing off of them? They should do a little something. Or
Mhm.
as artists, we need to create a union of some sort to be able to go at this situation and try and change it for ourselves, because the labels ain't going to change it. They straight took the fucking deal without artist representation.
Right, right. That's the point right there. And I mean, and fair exchange ain't no robbery. So if you're not willing to give us any money, give us access to venues for free. Give us
Something.
access, something. So there has to be a fair exchange in there somewhere that you're not offering. So now we have to come together as a collective and find out what that is so that we can properly ask for it. And then you find out that there's foundations within the company that probably have provided it all this time. They just never announced it. You know what I mean? It's
Hey, put up those streaming rates again. Look at this.
crazy.
So can you scroll it?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Spotify, I heard, was the worst. But
This
it's like,
Spotify is one of the worst.
damn.
Look at
Come on.
YouTube.
Come on.
Oh my God, that's worse than Spotify.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh,
It's one of the worst, but one of the biggest also.
it's
But-
what? Yes,
Sure.
you're sacrificing, but like in terms of YouTube, I get it. But places like Spotify, Amazon, Apple, and Tidal, yeah, that's fucking robbery
Damn.
on
dude.
us. Most especially with Spotify.
That
Right.
hand to hand still is worth everything to me. Because when I do a show, when I'm done, I don't care if I have a CD and you don't have a CD player. You are still going to buy that CD and the 45 and the T-shirt because you loved the moment and you want something to walk away with.
Hell yeah.
So I get paid more off of actual tangible
Yeah.
merch than I do off a stream. That's
yeah.
for damn sure.
Yeah, I mean that's why people are like starting to press vinyl and CDs again.
Yep.
Because they know, okay, yeah, those streaming numbers may be great in terms of like, you know, pushing the name out there,
Mm-hmm.
the brand, but in terms of monetary, you know, your music is now what it used to be valued at this. Now
Right.
it's this.
Right.
And it's more about what you're making at your live shows and in your merch or tangible physical copies.
Yep. or like drive traffic to my website. That's even difficult. You get used to going to the app, the machine, and servicing all your musical needs instead of going to the person's website and downloading and them getting the direct payment. You know what I mean? It's you got to retrain people to think different about independent music.
Yeah. If you want to get
I think
music,
it's the way to go.
Where you find it right here.
Absolutely. Come on.
Word up.
I got something for you, as a matter of fact.
Back. What did you say, Les?
I was just saying that it's the way to go. Independent, it's the best money. You make your moves,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up though, because like you could go with any one of these digital distributors, they're still dealing with the same royalty rate where they are placing your music.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're all placing it in the same spot. It doesn't matter which distributor you go with. You might get a better rate from them. But whatever your rate is with Spotify and the rest, that stays the same.
Stands, huh? Wow.
Yeah. So if you want to like really make money off of your music digitally, you got to say, well, fuck putting them on all those platforms, but then you're not getting the marketing and like it being everywhere. Even if people have to go find it or come across it there, it's not there. It's at your spot, and you have to be very good at driving the traffic to your spot for that to mean something.
Or at least finding out who is a part of the many machines that activate.
Right.
Because they do dolo shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I work for but I still, I can do your project if you give me $3,000 a month. I'll run the same thing that I'd run for them. And you could find it.
You could.
Because
Yeah.
everybody's out there willing to work for some extra.
Yeah. There's people with skills out there that could help with that shit. It's just hard finding them.
Yeah.
Because they're already working for somebody that realized they need that person.
Right. 3,000, 30,000.
Yeah. Yeah. There it is. What? All right. What else you got?
Mike is asking Medusa, any wild stories making pimps down, flows up?
Oh, that is funny. The hook actually came from being in a Michelle's Triple X moment. So pimps down, flows up was, there were strippers in the front at Peanuts, but in the back, I saw Queen Latifah and Snoop Dogg getting down to a 3-piece. So it was almost like, okay, we got to go in the front for the pimping and the strippers, or we gonna go where the flows are at,
Wow.
And another part of that was, everything was on a pimping level, and I'm like, okay, are we about our pimping, or are we about these flows? Which one is it? And I was so in my battle bag during that time.
It was about the flow.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it's from, and the only funny moment was the Michelle's Triple X moment. Like, damn. This is too real for words. I can't make this up.
The Great Pretender is saying, shout to Medusa, love your music. Last time I saw you perform was the last KRS-One show in Venice, and you rocked the house.
Oh, good look. Thank you. And Chris was very generous that night. A lot of us got to rock, so I was up there with King T, as a matter of fact, and he let us have a part of his set. So thank you, though.
You've been doing your thing a lot with like live musicians and stuff, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah, we were just at the Mint rocking with Monifa, Tony Minaj. Lisa was there from Lisa Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
She's still active like a motherfucker.
Right. Oh, my God. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
She's still
Sounds
living.
great.
Yeah, it was amazing. Tashina Arnold in the house. It was a lot of really grown, funky folks up in there. So they sometimes they come for a couple of specific songs that I do, but I can't get off the stage with the live band without doing This Pussy's a Gangsta. And so a lot of folks is like, are you doing my song tonight? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do your song.
Hell yeah.
So it was an interesting crowd. We all had it was a good time. It was packed out. The sound was great, thank God. And yeah, Battle Cat came out with his wife. It was really a unique crowd. It was super dope. So yeah, I'm doing my live thing. That's just one of the scenes I like to dip into, besides rocking some raw, straight hip hop. off the ones and twos, or just jam session type shit with musicians and vocalists. And yeah, so pay attention to where I post, and you'll get a little bit of all of me.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, Medusa, we get asked this for every guest.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. There a lot of people are asking, has Medusa ever experienced anything paranormal?
UFOs, ghost spirits, entities, shit you can't explain.
Pimps.
Yeah.
Ghost pimps.
Ghost pimps. Yeah, I was in New Orleans with my family. We had drove out from Cali to New Orleans, staying with my aunt and auntie, and they were telling us a story about how one of their fireplace was closed up, and they cracked it open so that they could use it, and they found all these satanic books inside the fireplace. And ever since then, there was like this spirit in the house they couldn't get out. And so upstairs, after my bath, I felt the energy in the room, and the light shook and kind of went off and on. I hurried up and threw my pajamas on and ran downstairs with everybody else, and they saw the look on my face, and they were like,
You saw it.
"Saw it," and I'm like, "Yeah."
So you're a believer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so are we. Just that's why people ask, because we've said so many stories about like our experiences as well. So yeah, that's an ongoing question that they ask, because we forget to ask.
I like that question.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Browsy and John Doe. They're shouting out Medusa and the whole table.
Salute.
And that seems to be it so far.
Salute. Thank you very much for the interactions. If more come as we go, we'll take them. And right about now, somebody in Twitter asked if you could give someone a piece of advice on love. What would it be? It was Viva Bandito.
Somebody call Pedro in the room.
Yeah, Pedro knows about
Aw.
They talk
And
about
Aton,
love.
too. I think Aton desperately needs to come in here.
Love is love is complex,
Yeah, it
but you have to embrace it, because it's like a roller coaster ride. You can have ups, downs, exciting times, not so exciting times, happy times, angry times. That's love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Be willing to communicate through it. Always be open to the conversation, and try to find your calm in it, no matter how ridiculous you feel like your partner is, because they're a reflection of you. You chose them for a reason. So find your calm and your communication.
And in the end, you might find you're the ridiculous one.
Hey, absolutely. Absolutely.
Or both of you are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous in the moment, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Good question, Viva. Yeah, man. This has been a good one today, I gotta tell you. I think y'all have learned a lot today. And it's most appropriate, because we have a master here, and who does master classes.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's 1,000 for me on mine. Like, that I love that shit, because I've said for a long time, there's no school on this. We didn't have one. And the fact that we have people that are on your level willing to give that game to some of these young folks that really want to do it right.
Yeah.
They want to get the proper foundation and get the keys to like how this was actually done, and then find themselves within that knowledge, because that's key. It's not meant for you to be like any one of us.
Absolutely.
It's about you getting like the gems that we might drop, and then molding yourself through those gems.
Yes, because we don't need any more cookie cutters.
Yeah, there's so
we
many.
have Rakims, we have Be Real,
Yeah.
we have Madusa. Be you, the most authentic, original you that you can find, and try every style of beat.
Yes.
Be all of who you are
Yeah.
before you like settle down into like, this is my sound. You got to feel all of it.
Yeah, there's some artists in different genres, and even in hip hop, that they completely change their sound and look from album to the next. because they were, trying to reinvent themselves, reinvent the look, reinvent so that they weren't continuously doing the same type of shit.
Yeah, and as we grow, we do different things.
That happened to me before, where I was playing the artists beats that I thought were right for them, but something told me, yo, just start playing everything.
See,
and they was picking joints that I was like,
hey, that is some real shit. Let me tell you, I was doing a session with DJ Quick one time.
Wow.
Because he wanted me to come do the Fandango song with him, right?
Oh.
So I go and do this song. And in the middle of that, we start talking about, hey, maybe we do a project together and stuff like that, outside of your record.
Right.
Because I always wanted to work with Quick. I feel like
Me
he's
too.
a fucking genius. You know what I
And
mean?
you.
His beats are crazy, right? So, he was like, let me play you some shit then. You know what I mean? Like, if we're talking about that, let me play you some stuff. And he played me some shit that no one would expect to hear from DJ Quick, because
Wow.
most people that hear DJ Quick, when they, when you mention his name, you hear the West Coast beats
Yeah.
and all
You
that.
put them in a lane.
And you put him in a lane.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, he was playing me shit that was not in that lane, that was genius
Oh
level
my God.
shit.
That's
I was
amazing.
like, oh my God. We never ended up getting to do the record or the album, because, our schedules were mad fucked up at that time.
Right. But
he
what a
was,
phenomenal moment.
but-
like, to see someone that doesn't get viewed in that way a
Right.
lot. That's
Right.
That's Battle Cat. Battle Cat has that secret stash of
yeah.
drives where he'll pull them, and you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
I got to learn a couple things, right? That you can't put DJ Quick in any kind of box.
Nah.
Because you don't know until you know. And like when I heard the music that he was playing me, I was like, oh fuck. This shit is way different, and it's not on some West Coast shit.
Huh.
It wasn't on some East Coast shit. It was just dope.
Musicality was playing and everything.
Oh man, he had this Marvin Gaye sample that you'd like, if you heard it, it would fucking made you weep.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It was like an emotional type of fucking ride on it. At least what I was hearing. You know what I mean? I was like, God damn. And, that's one of my regrets in my career, that I didn't make time with him to actually do that EP or album or whatever, because I feel like if people had heard that side of DJ Quick's production, their mind would have got blown the fuck out.
That.
I mean, people know he's great.
Yes.
But
yes.
he's capable of other shit that he hasn't necessarily shown out there.
I mean, it's not too late.
No, it's never too late.
No,
You know
dude,
what I'm saying? But it just made me learn something about him, and the fact that this fucking guy he didn't even need the engineer. The engineer was just there to like, okay, keep it moving. But I'm gonna tell you how. Okay, wait a minute. This is how he's working all the shit, because he knows every piece of equipment in there.
Oh, yeah.
He knows what it does.
Definitely.
He knows how to fucking use it. He don't need the engineer. They're there to like, drive it to make it go faster.
Definite. I used to
But-
see him as Skip Sailor, like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
did you just put the engineer out of the room? Is that what just happened?
Yeah. You would
Dude.
do that.
Yeah.
and I love that he was one of the ones, he creates a lot of his own music, but when he also flips samples and
Oh,
he
yeah.
gets on his breakbeat shit, Quick is not.
Well, see, that's what I
not
was
be
saying.
Yeah, dude.
That
he-
Marvin Gaye shit that I heard him do, and I'm not going to tell you which one it was, but it was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
I need that beat. I never got it, but I needed that one.
Okay.
What's going on?
I swear to God. No, it wasn't that. It was some other
He was
shit.
like, that would be too easy, huh?
That's way too easy.
I was just throwing that out there.
That's an easy one. Like throughout my career, motherfuckers are like, "How come you never use To Be Real?" I'm like, that's too
easy. Yeah.
I
Little
can't-
Cheryl Lynn.
Yeah, I love Cheryl Lynn.
Me too.
I love Cheryl Lynn,
Yeah.
but I could never use that because it's just it's low hanging fruit to me. I can't.
Yeah, that part right
Yeah.
there.
Because they thought about it. That's why you can't say
No, no. That has nothing.
That
to
was
do
the A side. We looking at the B and C side.
Real.
Yeah, no. I mean, I already knew. Like, if Muggs wasn't touching that,
Yeah.
yeah, because he would have been the first to be like, okay, we're gonna do your song and da 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 da. Nah, he was like, hell no, we stand away from that shit. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Is it you got any more?
No, that seems to be
All
it.
right, cool. We want to thank everybody for getting down with us today on the Dr. Greenthumb Show. We want to thank Medusa for dropping in. Hopefully, it's the first of many times.
I will be back anytime you call.
Oh hell yeah! All right,
You got
I'm
me.
gonna call
We're
you
gonna
on
do
that.
some music now too.
Oh
yeah.
Oh
Let's
my
work.
God! Yes.
Stop it.
We're long overdue for this.
We will kill the game.
I know we will. No, we are going to kill the game.
Definite.
With this manifested that way, something we're gonna do. Word up. You got any shout outs or any show plugs you want to give?
Man, I got a few things coming up. First, UCLA, we're doing something at USC for the Hour of Chaos, Chuck D's documentary. And if you haven't seen it, it's phenomenal. And he's doing a book signing that night too.
Salute.
So, stay tuned. Watch on my IG. Dookie Jam is coming up. It's something that I do with my guy, Dookie. He's out of Portland. We do it at Delicious Vinyl, and it's a jam session to be seen. We talk about musicians, vocalists, MCs, poets, and it's all on some free. And if you really can get down, you need to come see this. And it's kind of an education for the DJs that drop in on how to get down with live musicians.
That place is
So
cool.
really, really dope. So that's coming up March 8th. We have one in Portland as well on the 4th, March 4th. My birthday is coming up March 18th, so stay tuned for some events that are coming up. We're doing Taste of Harlem again in March that just passed at the Mint. It's something that I do with Stacy Cutts and Lisa and Tony Minaj and Monifa and this band called So Disrespectful that comes out from New York. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, just stay tuned at Legend Medusa, and I'm gonna keep you informed. And got a new joint about to drop, Beat Greedy, with Biz One that produced it. I got a new project with Broadway, B-Way, the label, and the first thing to drop is Bikini and Backpacks. It's coming at you soon. And yeah, I'm in creative mode. I'm moving and doing my thing with the live band. We're about to start recording too. And yeah, there I am.
I'm glad to hear all that.
Thank
It's
you,
great
man.
that you're still out there like killing it.
Definite. At Gangsta Goddess. Gangstagoddess.ca.
There you go.
Check me out.
That's right. Don't even fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
I love it. Look, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Play it.
Yo, shout out to everyone here at the table. B.E. Medusa, always a pleasure, my
Man,
dear.
thank you for having me, B.
Like-
This is beautiful.
It's it's
And I'm
you're,
good and high. You know.
As
one-
it should be.
High.
you're one of my favorite people to talk music with.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love
Back
that.
at
Like,
you,
we,
Slimani.
and we still got to continue the last conversation we were having. too,
Okay.
like for sure.
I'm definitely with it.
Hell yeah. Shout out Psycho Leezy, Javi Lopez, Dro, the legendary Treehouse crew. Shout out to Aton, Cali Blaze. Hope you feel better, brother. And also to Strong Tone and
Project Bloat.
yeah, Project Blowed. What up, LA Underground? And you can follow me at C-Fam4 on all the social medias. See you back here tomorrow for another edition of the Greenthumb Show, and probably I'll jump in the mix. So word, y'all have a good one, and see you guys soon. What up, Psycho Leezy?
Oh, man, just chilling. Shout out everybody on the chat. Medusa for dropping in, kicking it with us. Be Real, the whole Dr. Greenthumb crew. If you're on the IG, follow my new page, the new Psycho Less page. Also go to the website, thepsycholessshop.com. And after the show, come check me out at RNG Records. I'm going to be over there doing vinyl. Little something, pull up.
Shout to Ray Morning Shot Film. Shout to the Dominator. Shout to the chat room. And what's up, E-Zone? What's going on?
Salute to everybody who tuned in. Salute to you, Medusa. Nice meeting you. Also, make sure you guys tune in 7 to 9 for the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Steph Tone will be joining us tonight from the Deftones, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Also, make sure you guys go to flavorsbyezone.com. You guys can now pick up the new 90U vape pens on there and the chiclets available on there as well, or highandhungry.shop. So make sure you guys go on there And with Whatnot got switched till tomorrow. So if you're looking forward to the Whatnot, it's going to be tomorrow.
May God's love charge your spirit. Swallow that.
BREALTV.